What's poppin', people? I'm back. Just an asshole in a white t-shirt trying to be objective about a game because I love the sport of MMA, baby. I love some UFC. I love Undisputed Era of the gaming of it. And honestly, UFC 2 was pretty fun. UFC 3 was alright. UFC 4 was ass. Okay, let's just be honest. So I'm trying to be objective here. But Ricky J Sports came out with the official roster revealed. All of the roster, not just the featured fighters, everybody in the game. So we're gonna go over it right now. It's gonna be a little bit longer video than usual because I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna go through what they missed because me personally, you have 3 years to make a game. You can at least have the top 15 fighters in each division. I don't think that that's pretty hard, especially UFC 4 having the base of this game and they're not really changing a lot of the game. They should be able to have a lot of fighters that they had in UFC 4 in UFC 5. But we're gonna go through this. I kind of already watched this video, so I know that they missed out on a lot. So I'm just gonna break it down and tell you who they missed out putting in the game, and also what models are hands down the worst that they have and the best models that they have. It seems that EA worked really hard on certain models, and then other models they took a real back seat on. So we'll just break it down right now. So let's start with heavyweight division. You got Muhammad Ali. That's, you know, an icon fighter. Dope. I think his is all right. It's not like the best Muhammad Ali I've ever seen, but it's serviceable. All right, let's get to the next one. Whenever Ricky J gets to, I'm pretty sure he's doing a little conversation piece right now, telling you to subscribe to his channel. Respect. Like Ricky J Sports. He even says he does this as something he just likes to do. So all respect to him. Muhammad Ali's character looks pretty straight. Andre Arlovsky model is pretty good. Tom Aspinall model is really good. I like Tom Aspinall's model. Tattoos look sharp. Everything looks sharp on it. All right, Curtis Blades is next. Curtis Blades definitely looks like a reused asset. Same thing as UFC 4. Daniel Cormier. This is how he does look for heavyweight. When we get to light heavyweight, I'm going to talk about how they should have actually had him because that boy's more cut for light heavyweight, but we'll get to that when it gets to it. But Daniel Cormier for heavyweight looks decent, looks straight. Junior Dos Santos looks good, straight model. Fedor looks like a dope model for Fedor. I like it, pretty good. And then Cyril Gane will be next. Whenever Ricky J gets to it, Cyril Gane looks pretty straight. I would say Cyril Gane. Damn, he just ran through Cyril Gane, bro. He said, fuck Cyril. Damn. Bro said, I fucking hate him. He's boring. Cyril Gane looks cool. They got his scar right there in his body. I think his body type looks a little bit weird. That's probably just my opinion. I don't know, man. I haven't watched Cyril Gane fight in a while since he fought John Jones. But his body types look a little bit strange. But it is kind of matching, you know, his physique. But Cyril Gane looks straight. Not the best model. Definitely a reused asset from UFC 4 as well. Definitely looks just like it. So yeah, that's pretty decent. Alistair Overeem does look like himself. Obviously, he looks like how he looked before he left the UFC. Pretty good model. Same thing as UFC 4. Oleksiy Oleinik, decent model. Mini Nog, Minotauro Nogueira, that's a good model. We're going back and forth. Stipe, this is a fucking horrible model. This is like the same model they use for Stipe all the time. I wish they would use the Stipe model, the one where he fought Francis the last time. They should have used his like last fight model since he hasn't fought in so long. Like with the hair parted and shit. That shit, honestly, is hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Maybe he didn't think it was so hilarious. He probably thought it was a good haircut, but Stipe, this is an old fucking model. I feel like this has been reused from UFC 3, UFC 4, UFC 5, just a graphics update. But definitely the same model that we've been seeing for years. Alright, Derek Lewis is next. Definitely same model, reused asset. Derek Lewis does not look this small. I don't know why they got this man looking so fucking tiny, bro. Put some chichos on my man, come on. Alir Latifi looks like Alir Latifi, alright, you know. Short, stocky little fuck. And then John Jones, obviously, he's to our left. He looks like a great model, good model. This is somebody they probably invested a good amount of time in making their heavyweight model so that he doesn't look like the light heavyweight model. So the heavyweight model does look good, you can see the thickness on John Jones' paws. But yeah, it looks way better. If we get to the next one, you see John Jones. Yes, yes, yes. We see him. We see him. Ricky J. Walt Harris. Walt Harris's model is actually pretty decent. But I mean, who's really gonna use Walt Harris? No disrespect. All right, let's get to the next down. Sergey Pavlovich to the game. Why is Sergey Pavlovich rated lower than Tom Aspinall? You know, no disrespect. I love Tom Aspinall. I think he is a future UFC champion, but this dude is number 2 ranked. Tom Aspinall just came off of a loss against Curtis Blaze where he got injured. And I believe Sergey Pavlovich should be one of the top 5 within the top fighters in heavyweight right now. And he definitely is not getting the respect. So Sergey Pavlovich, good model though. Definitely a good model. Physique and everything perfect. Rosenstrike looks fucking horrible, bro. Biggie Boy, they literally did not do this right. Like, what the fuck is this? Trash. Horrible. Dan Severn, cool. Not a lot of people are gonna use Dan Severn. A lot of people that play this game don't really know much about Dan Severn. Honestly, I can say I've watched a lot of Dan Severn fights growing up or anything like that, so I can't really say that I'm like a big Dan Severn fan, but decent model. Kimbo Slice has a good model. Kimbo Slice model is low-key fire. The hair and everything is good. You know what I'm saying? It does look like Kimbo. Rest in peace, Kimbo, a legend in street fighting. Dope dudes. Stefan Struve, tall as shit, man. Good model. This is a decent model. I don't have no problem. This is where I have a big problem. Tai Tuivasa hasn't looked like this in about 2 to 3 years, maybe even 4 years since he was like first starting the UFC. They need to update his model for sure. The hair, the face, everything needs to be more updated. And I just don't understand. He is one of the most popular fighters in the heavyweight division. There should be no excuse on why they don't have an updated Tai Tuivasa. Tai Tuivasa is one of the biggest draws at heavyweight. Everyone loves to watch him. Everyone loves to see the shoey. Hopefully they have a shoey celebration, because if they don't, bro, they missed out. But Tai Tuivasa is a bad model. This is not a good model. It's definitely not. All right, let's get to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's model is pretty good. It's pretty spot on. Cain Velasquez, dope model. And then Alexander Volkov. My thing for Cain Velasquez, why is he not a legend? He is no longer in the UFC or no longer fighting for the UFC. He should be known as a legend, not just a regular fighter in the game. Alexander Volkov's model is an old reused asset again, but it's decent. Not the best though. Not the best at all. Now we'll go to light heavyweight, where this is where like I honestly just don't understand why they can't have the top 15. And we're gonna go over this. Let me start with the top 15 of heavyweight and what they missed out on. Marcos Rogero de Lima is out of the game. Martin Buday is not in the game. Alexander Romanov is not in the game. Marcin Tybura is not in the game. Jelton Almeida is not in the game. Or Almeida? Yeah. And also, Sergey Spivak is not in the game, which I just don't get how they don't get the top 15 in the game. It's, I believe the bare minimum you could do is get the top 15, because I mean there's more than the top 15 in the UFC, but it's the bare minimum you could do is just get the top 15 in the game of all these divisions. I understand kind of the women's division, because the women's divisions are, I don't want to be disrespectful, but some characters are kind of like, or some models are kind of like weak and not really needed. Nobody really is going to use them, but at the same time you do want to have that simulation style where you can actually put the number 15 against the number 7, or you know, try to like make your own fucking UFC reality within the game. But I guess EA Sports just doesn't give a shit. So I you know, it is what it is, and I'm not trying to convince anybody not to buy the game or to buy the game. At the end of the day, this is all my opinion. So if you want to buy the game still, that's all good. Me personally, I'm not going to buy this game. I'm going to play it on EA Play Pro if they do have it on there for basically free $99 or $15 a month. So I'm okay with that rather than paying $70 for this game, because honestly, UFC 4 has a more in-depth roster now because of all the updates they've done throughout the 3 years. And it's just probably a better experience right now when it comes to not the simulation aspect of fighting, but like actually having a full-fledged roster. This is very they shorted us with this. They shorted us with this roster. That's all I gotta say. They half-assed it. Adesanya looks good. Alvey looks straight. You know, nobody really is gonna use Sam Alvey. No disrespect, Alvey, but Magomed Ankalaev looks pretty fucking hilarious with that fucking Justin Bieber style haircut, but definitely looks like Magomed Ankalaev, can't lie. They got Vitor Belfort without the juice. They should have had 205 Vitor Belfort looking juiced up to the gills, bro. And he should be known as a legend. I don't know. He doesn't fight for the UFC anymore, so I don't know why they have him as just a regular fighter. He should be a legend or icon or whatever the fuck they want to call him. It's an alright skin. It looks like Vitor Belfort shrunk down without the TRT, so we need TRT Vitor though. Come on. Jan Blachowicz is a good model. Definitely updated. Definitely a good model. Pretty fucking solid. I like it. I like it. Jared Cannonier looks solid. Misha Serkinov, same model as UFC 4. Jared Cannonier looks like the same model as UFC 4 as well. I think they should give him fucking. I think he wore braids his last fight, I believe. If I can remember correctly. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just delusional. Mark Coleman looks a little thick. Pause. Rampage Jackson does, bro. They got him looking like motherfucker was out in the sun for too long, bro. Like my boy Rampage Jackson. No disrespect, he's not this dark, bro. Like that boy is a little bit lighter, you know, on the skin tone. They just like said fuck it. Alright. But he looks decent. He looks straight. Not the best though. Jamal Hill's face looks kind of awkward. It looks kind of weird. Doesn't kind of look like Jamal Hill. I feel like Jamal Hill has more of like a, I don't know, fuller face. Kind of looks shrunk down in the face and all that shit. Jamal Hill's kind of, you know, pause thicker, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jamal Hill, top 5 light heavyweight right now. The only reason he doesn't have the belt around his waist is because of an injury. But respect to Jamal Hill, cool guy. Next is Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson for 205, looking thick, boy, looking thick. Look straight. Alexander Gustafsson. They've been using this model since UFC 2. No cap. Bro doesn't look like he aged a day since EA UFC 2. So that's that. Forrest Griffin, legend in the game, for sure, legend in the game, man. That's probably one of my first favorite fighters coming up after Tough, man. That Tough finale, him and Stephan Bonner, rest in peace, Stephan Bonner, legends, man, legendary, got me into the sport for real. Then you got Rashad Evans, who looks nothing like Rashad Evans, bruh. I wish they would have had an updated Rashad Evans, like the Rashad Evans that, you know, has the dreads now. I think that would have been cool, but obviously this is kind of like Rashad Evans at the end of his UFC career. Kind of looks alright. It's not the best though. Definitely not the best model. Definitely copy and paste with a lot of these models that they're using. Paul Craig, his model is pretty good. I like his model. It's pretty decent. This is where I have a problem. Daniel Cormier for light heavyweight is not this thick. Daniel Cormier is very much so more cut at light heavyweight. He's definitely more cut. Like, come on, man. Daniel Cormier at light heavyweight was not looking like that, bro. He was not. He was looking pretty, like, at least more cut than he does at heavyweight. At heavyweight, he looks obviously thicker. Pause. But like at light heavyweight, he was more cut. He was definitely more cut. So they should have had him more cut for light heavyweight, but it seems that they just copied and pasted his model for heavyweight and light heavyweight, but then got John Jones looking fucking different. Don't understand that. But it is what it is. Anthony Rumble Johnson, rest in peace. That's a legend for real, man of the game. So sad that the way he passed away, man. And all respect to him, man, and love for his family and prayers for them, man, for all that loss to losing him. Anthony Johnson's a legend, though, man. Respect. John Jones at 205. It looks decent. Actually, I know why I got out of Google. John Jones, light heavyweight. Let's see how John Jones looked at his last light heavyweight fight. So yeah, he was pretty cut, you know, pause. Physique looking pretty spot on, not too bad. Probably a little bit too skinny, but you know, John Jones, light heavyweight, not too bad. Can't complain. Nikita Krylov, definitely copied and pasted. We already talked about Ilir. Chuck Liddell, good model. I mean, same model they always use for Chuck Liddell. Lyoto Machida. I just don't understand why they have all these legends in the game, but they can't give you the top 15. Well, I kind of understand. They're just copying and pasting from the other games, the assets, and just reusing them. Volkan Ozdemir, good model. Tito Ortiz. No one really, I don't really care to use Tito Ortiz, but he's a good model, decent model. Gokhan Saki. That's the same model as UFC 4. I like that they have the scar on his own body. Oven St. Preux, decent model. Shogun Rua, legend for real, and decent model. Khalil Roundtree got a really good model, I believe. Khalil Roundtree's model is top tier in my opinion. Like Khalil Roundtree, oh shit. Khalil Roundtree has a good model. Let me just rewind this back. Let me get it back up in here. Khalil Rountree's model is really good. I believe that's a good model for Khalil Roundtree. I'm pretty surprised that they have him in the game. How they're like lacking top 15 of each division, but it is what it is. Dominic Reyes, same model as UFC 4, but I mean he hasn't changed much. Alexander Rakic, what kind of hairstyle did they give this man, bro? Holy jeez Louise. We're gonna look at Alexander Rakic and how he looks IRL, because Jesus Christ, I just don't understand how they could use this. This is Alexander Rakic, all right? His hair is not looking like that. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Who the fuck is this guy? It's not a good model. Definitely not a good model. Don't know why they have his hair looking like that. Man, fucking stiff. It looks crazy. That looks wild. Yuri Prohashka's model is really good. I like Yuri's model. He doesn't have that tail anymore. He shaved it off. You've seen his Instagram post when he was talking to Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill. He no longer has that tail, a samurai tail. But good model, not a bad model. Alex Pereira, it looks like they took a lot of time making Alex Pereira spot on for the UFC EA Sports trailers and for, you know, overall in the game. So it looks like you got him straight out of the trailer. So he looks really, really fucking spot on. Now, Alex Pereira is probably one of the most popular fighters right now. A lot of people love him, bro. He's a fucking amazing fighter, bro. His career speaks for itself. So Alex Pereira, good model, great model. All right, let's go to Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, same model they use for UFC 4, UFC 3, UFC 2, UFC 1. Same thing, same thing. Anthony Smith's model is pretty good. I think Anthony Smith's model is great. Same thing. I don't think that you reuse that asset. Looks pretty different. Glover Teixeira, legend. Good model. Not the worst. Not the best, but good model. Johnny Walker's model is pretty fucking ass, if you ask me. I think this is not a good model. Funny, that funny interaction between him and Magomed Ankalaev when they still try to fight after the fight was called was hilarious this weekend. But Johnny Walker, he's alright. I mean, it's an alright model. Chris Weidman at 205, I kind of don't understand it. He probably fought at 205 like once. Dana White, bro. Dana White's model was ass, bro. Dana White's more cut than this, dog. He's more cut like a Julius Caesar salad, man. Come on. Don't do him like that. But that's light heavyweight. Now let's go into the UFC rankings and see what they missed out on. Let's see what they missed out on, because they missed out on a pretty good amount. Dustin Jacoby's not in the game. Alonzo Menningfield's not in the game. Azamat Murzakanov is not in the game. And Ryan Superman Spam. So they're missing 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters from the top 15, which I just feel like I don't understand how you cannot just fit these 4 fighters in the game. I mean, we're talking about at this point 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 fighters they missed out on already from the top 15. So it's pretty much lunacy that they can get the top 15 of these divisions. All right. It's insane to me, honestly, in my eyes. I just don't understand it. And let's get to the middleweights. Adesanya's model looks straight. I think the right titty should be a little better. Pause. Yo, JK. Adesanya, you are a legend, bro, in the game, bro. For real. Can't wait till your comeback. It's going to be better than the come down, dog. Facts. So it always is. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes, like, Anderson Silva can't get back in blood, you know. But I think Izzy can definitely have a good comeback, because Izzy's just great, and I mean, he's still got time left on his career before he calls it quits. So much respect to Izzy, one of my favorite fighters in the game, win or lose. Great fighter, great career. Let's get to the next one, my boy. Let's get to the next one, Ricky J. Why is he sticking to Izzy? Omari Akhmedov, decent. Sam Alvey again. Vitor Belfort, no juice. I don't like that. Michael Bisping, same model as UFC 4. Tom Breese, decent. Derek Brunson, I don't think he's no longer in the UFC. That's a decent model. I think the blonde should be more blonde. Bruce Buffer looking fucking yacked. Royce Gracie, that's a cool model. That's really great that they have Royce Gracie. He's a real legend in the game, for sure, for sure. Kelvin Gastelum, same model as UFC 4. Dricus Du Plessis, for me, it doesn't look like Dricus. It does not look like Dricus to me. It does not look like Dricus to me. This is Dricus Du Plessis. They got his nose looking fucking weird. I don't know. His whole face looks kind of weird. I mean, they got the hairstyle, but face looks kind of awkward. Definitely not face scans done here. They just fucking, I guess, editing fighters and whatever. Nick Diaz in the game. That looks pretty good. Looks decent, spot on. All right, my boy. Let's get the puck ring so we can get past him. That boy wants to talk about Nick Diaz. Paulo Costa's character model looks pretty decent. I wouldn't say, yeah, it's pretty spot on. I wouldn't say it's my favorite character model, but it's pretty good. Hamzat Chimaev, people were hyped about this model. Bro, I think he looks like a goddamn Keebler elf in this game. Like, they got his nose looking fucking crazy. I mean, his ears are like that, but like they should definitely shrink the nose down a little bit. Bro, look like a Keebler elf. But it does look like Hamzat, the cleft lip, the scar on his stomach. They got everything basically, so respect. It does look pretty decent, but not my favorite model. But I would definitely be using Hamzat when I play this game on EA Play Pro. Jarrett Cannonier again. Uriah Hall looks like a good model, straight model. Looks decent. He's no longer in the UFC, so I don't know why they have so many non-UFC fighters in the game. Dan Henderson, same thing. Jack Hermanson looks pretty good. Jack Hermanson's a model. Kevin Holland, bro. Do not disrespect this man because he actually plays this game, I'm pretty sure. Kevin Holland should have a updated model. I don't understand how he still looks like he just came out of the Contender Series in this damn game, but that's what I guess what EA wants to do. And then Christoph Joko. Alright model. Nobody's really going to use him. Robbie Lawler. Basically, Robbie Lawler at the end of his career. Decent. Lyoto Machida. Decent model, but we've already seen him. Bo Nickel has a good model. Definitely a good model. Jacare Souza. Retired MMA fighter, should be a legend. But I guess you can't really consider a legend. He never done really... I wouldn't say he did much in the UFC, but he's never really like won a championship and never been like... I mean, he was a contender at one point, but never really done much in the UFC. Chael Sonnen, definitely a legend. Great model for Chael Sonnen. Let's move past Anthony Smith. Let's actually move past all these guys. Wanderlei Silva, yeah, good model. Let's go to Edmund Shabazian, decent model. Copy and paste. Luke Rockhold looks fucking homeless. I don't know why they got Luke Rockhold looking so goddamn crazy, but it's an alright model, not the best. But yeah, Luke Rockhold looks kind of homeless there. Don't think that's a very accurate depiction of Luke Rockhold. Rockhold's a motherfucking male model. GSP, decent model. Let's go to Sean Strickland. He's right there. So Sean Strickland model is pretty good, pretty spot on. I like Sean Strickland's model, pretty good. Brad Tavares is definitely a reused asset. This is the same as UFC 3, UFC 4, how many games Brad Tavares has been in. They did not fucking change his look. They didn't give him his goddamn beard. Like, what the fuck? That's very simple by just looking at, you know, the fighters that they want to put in the game. You can definitely tell the amount of work they put into some of these fighters. They didn't give two shits. They copied and paste and brought fighters that are not even in the top 15 into the roster for whatever reason. And I think that the easiest answer is because they didn't really have to work on their models. They just had to copy and paste it from fucking UFC 4, reuse the assets and just fucking spit it at us. But it's alright. Darren Till looks like he got Botox. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Darren Till's model, but it's not the best. It's definitely not the best, bro. In my opinion, that shit is not good. Marvin Vittoria's model is good. Chris Weidman at his rightful fucking division, 185. Decent. Dana White's not looking cut like a Julius Caesar salad. I don't like that. Robert Whittaker looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Can't lie. You had to have Robert Whittaker looking pretty decent because that motherfucker plays these games, alright? He plays video games. I'm pretty sure he's going to pop in UFC 5 to see what it's about. Why is my boy still on middleweight? Let's get to welterweight. Alright. Ben Askren. his fucking chubby ass, bro. Trash. He should be a fucking 2-star. Tom Breeze. Matt Brown. Good model. Decent model. Gilbert Burns is a old reused asset. when we see it. Like, yeah, definitely reused asset. Same thing as UFC 4. Nothing special. Donald Cerrone, reused assets. Legend for real. Cowboy, beast. Michael Chiesa, reused from UFC 4. But a good model, decent model. His Hamzat again. Carlos Condit, legend. Uh, it's a pretty good model. Let's keep scrolling down. Mickey Gall. Don't know why they have Mickey Gall in the game, but they can't have the top 15. Actually, my bad, guys. Let's go to the top 15 of middleweight and see where they missed out. All right, Anthony Hernandez, not in the game. Andre Muniz, not in the game. Chris Curtis, not in the game. Nazarene Imavov, not in the game. Brendan Allen, not in the game. Roman Dolidze, not in the game. And this is two top 10 fighters that are not in the game. Brendan Allen, Roman Dolidze. Don't know how you missed out on that. And Nazarene Imavov, I don't know how you miss out on that, man. I really don't know how you miss out on these top 15 fighters. I feel like it's very easy to just, especially if they're already in UFC 4, just like you did for a lot of models and other models, just copy and paste. But man, they're missing out on a lot of top 15 fighters in this game already off launch. Tony Ferguson's model is the same as UFC 4. Pretty trash. Leon Edwards' model looks like a fucking homeless man. I'm sorry, this does not look like Leon Edwards to me. They pushed his hairline back, dog. Disrespectful. But Rafael Dos Anjos looks like my fucking grandpa. Dude looks old as shit. But it looks decent. Not the best model, though. Not the best model to me. Nick Diaz, decent. Nate Diaz, pretty decent. My boy goes back and forth on them for a second, so Nate Diaz looks pretty good. Jack Della Maddalena, this is a model. This is definitely a fighter I'll be using a lot when I play this game. Off EA Play Pro, like I said, man, I'm not paying $70 or $100 for this shit. I do not care about it to pay EA that much money to play a game that's basically UFC 4 with a new overlay. It's crazy. Jack Della Maddalena's model looks great. Colby Covington's model from the Abbey to everything is a reused asset. Don't know why they didn't update Colby Covington to make him look more, like an asshole. Kelvin Gastelum, same thing. Royce Gracie, legend. Johnny Hendricks, legend. It's a pretty decent model. Skip over Kevin Holland. I don't want to get mad again, please. Matt Hughes, good model. That dude, I heard he's a dickhead. I mean, I don't know him personally, but from what I've heard, he's pretty shitty. But Matt Hughes is a good model. Li Jingliang, that's a pretty good model. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's not the worst, so I'll give him credit for that. Alan Joban, cool guy. Oh, sorry for the yawn, chat. It's fucking 6:30 in the morning for me. Jake Matthews, a good model, decent model. Conor McGregor, this is an old fucking, this is UFC 4 model. They just copied and pasted. And honestly, Conor, they should have updated Conor. I mean, Conor's one of the most polarizing fucking stars ever. They should at least put his hair on his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Jake Matthews' model is really good. I think Jake Matthews has a good model. Definitely a good model. Jorge Masvidal, same as UFC 4. Damian Maia, same as UFC 4, UFC 3. How many UFCs, Definitely the same thing. I think Neil Magny's model is a little bit more up to date. I think it might be the same as UFC 4. I don't really remember that much. I didn't really use Neil Magny a lot. Damian Maia, I don't know. I'm always stuck on Damian Maia, but Neil Magny is a pretty good model. It's decent. And then Vicente Luque is next. Vicente Luque is definitely a reused asset, but he hasn't changed much over the years, so definitely same old. Kevin Lee, decent. I don't even think he's fighting anymore. Bruce Lee, they spend a lot of time on different fucking Bruce Lee models. Tim Means looks decent. Yancy Medeiros, it's a pretty good model. Bilal Muhammad, this is a good fucking model. This is a great model. Bilal Muhammad looks really good in the game, for sure. Gunnar Nelson looks the same as UFC 4. Alex Oliveira, Cowboy Oliveira, looks the same as UFC 4. BJ Penn, decent model, not the best in my opinion. Mike Perry, don't know why they still have fucking UFC debut Mike Perry in here. They should have a more updated model of Mike Perry, but it is what it is. Anthony Pettis, who fought PFL and Roy Jones Jr. in the game, which is pretty surprising. Dana White, not looking cut like a Julius Caesar salad. And Kamaru Usman, this is a fire fucking model, bro. This is probably, like I said, they invested a lot of time on certain models, and Kamaru Usman is one of them. This is a great model. His walkout entrance and everything, spot on. Love to see it because he is a legend in the game. I honestly believe future Hall of Famer because great career in that last fight against Hamzat. nothing but respect, man. A lot of people gain a lot of respect for Kamaru after that, and shit. Honestly, I've always respected Kamaru's game, and great fighter, a legend in the game, honestly. And I hope he has another title run, maybe at 185 this time. But great fighter. Darren Till again, not the best model. Wonderboy Thompson, same thing as UFC 4, but he hasn't changed much. The motherfucker doesn't age. Diego Sanchez, bro, legend. GSP again. Let's get the Shavkat. What's my boy stuck on GSP? Is he just talking? Damn, bro. Alright, Shavkat Rakhmonov. What the fuck? Shavkat Rakhmonov, a good fucking model. Decent model. Respect. Santiago Ponzinibbio. That's a good model. That's a really good model, I believe. Tyron Woodley's in the game. And it looks like Tyron Woodley, but you know what I'm saying? It's not too good. I don't think it's the best. Now let's talk about the top 15 and what they missed out on. Let's start. Ian Machado Gary's not in the game. Sean Brady's not in the game. And Jeff Neal's not in the game. So these are 3 people that I believe should definitely be in the game. I don't know why they don't have Ian Machado Gary. He's a very popular fighter right now. Sean Brady is a top 10 fighter. Jeff Neal is a top 10 fighter. And Jeff Neal has been in the UFC for a minute. Don't know how you don't have him in the game. Sorry for the length of this video. I'm just breaking it down, you know, division by division to see what EA missed out on when it comes to the top 15. And this is not even speaking about the upcoming prospects that are not even in the top 15 that they don't have yet. So it's pretty crazy to me. They got Eddie Alvarez though, you know what I'm saying? They got Edson Barbosa, pretty good model. Let's skip over Gilbert Dorino, Renato Moicano, and Carnerio. Didn't ever knew his last name was that. That's a decent model though. Carlos Cerrone again. Michael Chandler is a pretty decent model, just the same as UFC 4 though, I believe. Michael Chiesa again. Beneil Dariush has a really good model. Definitely a really good model for Beneil. Great model actually. Faziev, good model. Okay, my boy loves Faziev. Tony Ferguson, same model as UFC 4. Paul Felder has a good model, looks just like he does on the desk. Josh Emmett, good model, wish he had his beard. Frankie Edgar, decent model, same, I feel like same old same. Frankie Edgar. Rafa Dos Anjos again, Nate Diaz again. Mark Diacase, same model. I mean, they're not really going to update him because, I mean, nobody's really going to use Mark Diacase. Justin Gaethje, looks like he got Botox, but it's a decent model. Decent fucking model. Matus Gamrot, good fucking model. I respect that one. Bobby Green, it looks all right. I think Bobby Green looks kind of spot on, but it's a little bit off to me. Clay Guida, good model. The hair looks fucking cool. I like how the hair is bouncing and stuff like that. Pretty cool aspect of the game. The hair mechanics is pretty fucking cool. Alex Hernandez, let me go back so I don't. Clay Guida. Alexander Hernandez, this is a little decent, you know, not the best. Max Holloway, pretty good model. Pretty good model, not the best. Dan Hooker looks like he deadass got fucking Botox, bro. Deadass got a facelift or something. It's crazy. Ali Quinta, your favorite real estate agent. Jake Matthews again. Jorge Masvidal again. Islam Makhachev is the next one. He's right there to your left. Pretty good model. Pretty good model. Pretty good model. Another Bruce Lee model, because they love Bruce Lee. Joe Lauzon. Good fighter Rustam. Oh, let me. This boy be speeding through models that are fucking new. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Joe Lauzon looks pretty decent. Rustam Khabilov is pretty good. Michael Johnson, all right. Uriasi Yancy, Jim Miller. That's a pretty good model for a new Jim Miller. Habib, same model as UFC 4. Cowboy, let's just skip that. Charles Oliveira, definitely they put some time into Charles Oliveira's model. They should make his hair a little bit more blonde, but they have so much like black and like a little bit outline. My boy is completely blonde. Come on, give my boy his love. And then BJ Penn, and then Anthony Pettis. Alexander Volkanovski looks like a pretty good model. Armin Sharukian, I did not expect him to be in the game. That's pretty good. Diego Sanchez again. Jeremy Stevens, a pretty good model. Dustin Poirier, updated model, and looks pretty decent. Looks pretty spot on. Paddy Pimblett, pretty good model. Yeah, boy looks cross-eyed. Why the fuck he looks cross-eyed? But it's a decent model. I'll definitely be using Paddy Pimblett from time to time. Featherweight, and no, well, before we go to featherweight, let's see who they missed out on the lightweight division. Matt Steamroller Fravola's not in the game. Drew Dober's not in the game. Jalen Turner's not in the game. I was very surprised they had Armin Sharukian, so that's mad respect, but these are 3 fighters that definitely should be in the game. Steamroller Fravola, love watching him fight. Drew Dober, bro, always in bangers, amazing fighter. Jalen Turner is a fighter that's always in bangers, definitely need him in the game. They'll definitely probably add him in the future, but they should already be in the base game. Don't know how they're not, but it is what it is. Featherweight, Jose Aldo should be a 5-star athlete. That's all I gotta say. Arnold Allen, good model. Makwan Amakari, I forgot his last name. Yeah, Amir Khani. Makwan Amir Khani in the game. They got Rafael Sansao in the game. Edson Barbosa's model is decent, like I said. Mirsad Bektic, decent. Alex Caceres has an updated model, really good updated model. Let's move past Renato. Already seen Max Holloway, already seen Clay Guida. Uriah Faber has a good model. I like it. I like the hair. The hair that they've updated is pretty good. Darren Elkins, the damage, bro, legend in the game. Pretty surprised they have him as the base game, but I mean they probably copied and paste. Frankie Egger, Duho Choi, decent. Giga Chikaze's model is pretty good. Dan Hooker, Dan Ige, pretty good model. Michael Johnson, Chang Songjong, Korean Zombie has a good model. Calvin Kattar, another Bruce Lee model because they fucking just that's what they invested their time in. Zabit, man, what a great fighter, man. I'm so sad that he's not fighting. He has personal reasons why he's not, but good fighter, man. Conor McGregor, featherweight Conor McGregor, looks pretty good. Cub Swanson, decent. Jeremy Stevens again. Charles Rosa, Yair Rodriguez, good model. They've just copied and pasted a lot of fighters into these divisions. Brian Ortega looks kind of fucking skinny, like right, bro looks fucking like he's sick or something. And then boom, I'm not gonna talk about all these. Ilia Topuria looks decent. Looks pretty good, actually. I like Ilia Topuria. That's one of my favorite fighters right now. Ilia Topuria, great fighter, man. His boxing's amazing. Alexander Volkanovski looks really good. And Sodiq Yusuf, which I'm surprised he's in the game. That's pretty good. And now let's go to featherweight and see who they're missing, all right? Leron Murphy is missing. Bryson Mitchell's missing. Mozar Evolov is missing. And those are 3 top 15 fighters that are missing. I don't think a lot of people know Leron Murphy, or maybe if you do because you're a hardcore UFC fan, fucking round of applause. But definitely all these fighters should be in the game. Bryce Mitchell especially. Bryce Mitchell should definitely be within the game. But Sodiq Yusuf's in the game, so that's pretty cool. Respect. Alright, now we're in bantamweight. And this is where shit gets pretty fucking ugly. Thomas Almeida, Alfonso, Renan Barao, legend, bro. Renan Barao's a legend, man. So cool model. Henry Cejudo, 4.5. Respect. Dominic Cruz has a 4.5 rating. No disrespect, I love Dominic Cruz. If he was a legend in the game, give him that 4.5 rating for what he's done. But if we're talking about skill level right now, Dominic Cruz just got knocked out by Chito Vera. He's definitely only a 4-star. If not, you know, definitely not 4.5. 4-star tops for Dominic Cruz right now. He doesn't even look like he looks kind of like Dominic Cruz, but he looks kind of like a fucking actor I know. TJ Dillashaw, this is a very old model of TJ Dillashaw. This is like fucking baby TJ Dillashaw. Like, this looks like TJ Dillashaw that beat Renan Barao. Don't know why they have this fucking old ass model in it, but it is what it is, I guess. He should be a legend because he's retired. John Dodson, decent. Marlon Moraes, it's alright. Bruce Lee again, you know, they love Bruce Lee's on his head, but don't call me a Lee head. Shit is wild. Cody Garbrandt, same model as UFC 4. Rob Font, literally same Abby, same model, everything as UFC 4. They got Tim Elliott in here, which he had a pretty good fight against Makayev. Merab Dvalishvili, pretty good model, pretty decent model. Merab's a beast, definitely next champion in that division. Pedro Munoz, decent. Sean O'Malley has a really good model. Definitely they spent some time on Sean O'Malley's model. It looks really good. Jimmy Rivera, decent. Raw Rosas Jr., it's a good model. It's not that bad. Like the hair, looks pretty spot on. Corey Sandhagen looks like one eye bigger than the other eye. It's just crazy, but it looks like Corey Sandhagen. Good enough. Bro, Aljamain Sterling, the disrespect to the ex-UFC champion, defending champion, beat Peter Yan on his comeback, beat TJ Dillashaw, beat Henry Cejudo. And you know, TJ Dillashaw, maybe that's the one you can be like, oh, well, TJ Dillashaw had a fucking tore ass arm and shit, was falling out of place and shit, but Aljo still did his thing. Aljamain Sterling in UFC 4. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? How did they go from what the fuck? Who did this? How did they go from this model? This looks more like Aljo. Definitely needs his cornrows at this point. Shouldn't have no fucking afro. But how did they make him so not like spot on, bro? This is Aljamain Sterling in 2023. Alright. He has the braids and, you know what I'm saying? Here's Aljamain Sterling in 2022. He had the braids in, you know what I'm saying? My boy won the championship. Bro, come on, man. Just don't understand the concept of not having an updated model for some people that were ex-champions, bro. Like, this was all the way in, I think, 2021 where he had the little fro. But come on, man. You gotta be fucking real, bro. Like, we gotta be hard on EA, bro. We have to be hard on them, because if not, no changes will ever really happen. They're still gonna just keep selling us the same games over and over again, and like this is unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable in my eyes. It's unacceptable, especially having an ex-champion like Aljamain Sterling look like this horrible. This is fucking lunacy, bro. This is Insano style. All right, next is Chito Vera. And I think we're just gonna do the males division, and we'll do a separate video for the female division. But yeah, Aljamain Sterling looks horrible. Marlon Vera looks decent. Song Yadong looks pretty good in the game, and then Peter Yan looks decent. Not the best model. Flyweight, the disrespect. Yo, I'm about to like blow a gasket for real. I'm about to fucking blow a whole gasket when we get to Demetrius Johnson, because it's fucking crazy how they have his model, first of all, and second of all, the rating. Look at Joseph Benavidez, a 4.5 rating. A 4.5 rating for Joseph Benavidez is very generous. No disrespect to Joseph, never won a UFC belt, always got close, but he's always been stopped by Davison Figueiredo, Demetrius Johnson, everyone who's been great. Joseph Benavidez is all right. He's been stopped by, you know, everybody who's been a champion. Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo at flyweight should be 5 stars. Henry Cejudo at flyweight should be definitely 5 stars. TJ Dillashaw, 4 stars. Likely so. John Dodson is 4 stars. Tim Elliott, Davison Figueiredo, decent model. Let's get to the next one, my boy. Jussier Formiga is all right. Demetrius Johnson, a 4.5. Bro, this is one of the best fighters of all time. The fact that he didn't get a 5-star rating is fucking lunacy. It's psychotic, bro. It's psychotic. His model doesn't even look like DJ fully. The face does look like DJ for the most part, but the whole model is not good. Maybe it's because he's in one championship and they said fuck him, but jeez Louise, bro. Come on, bro. DJ, come on, man. And we're going to go over the last 2 division, bantamweight, what they're missing, and also flyweight at the same time, so we can just, you know, we're already 40 minutes deep into this video. So if you've made it this far in this video, man, hit the like button, subscribe, baby. Let's hit 140 subscribers. We're at 132 right now, and let's get the video to fucking 15, 20 likes. Why not? Why not give it a shot? So Demetrius Johnson, man, fucking horrible, man. They did horrible with him. They definitely need to rechange his stats. He needs to be a 5-star athlete, bro. Probably top 3 of all time, man. Top 3 of all time. He's still doing it to this day. Still performing well at one championship, so they definitely need to update this. Especially that he has the same rating as Joseph Benavidez. Like, goddamn. Yeah, you don't give a shit, huh? You fucking hate us MMA fans. You fucks. Kai Kara France, good model. Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno does look kind of good. Pause. Okay. It does look like a decent model, but let's look at Brandon Moreno. I don't know. I just feel like Brandon Moreno, they could have done a little bit more, especially to how popular of a fighter he is. He looks all right. It looks all right. I feel like his lips are a little bit off. Pause. Not like I kissed him or something. What? Let's get to Pantoja, who's the champion right now, which is pretty debatable. They had a really good fight. Him and Brandon Moreno was pretty close. Pantoja looks decent. Kind of looks like an old version of Pantoja. Looks like a reused asset, because Pantoja looked a little bit different when he fought Moreno the second time. Has longer hair and shit. You see, looks a little bit different than what he does in the game. Definitely got his short hair look. That's a terrible model for with Alex Perez. This is not a good model. Yeah, this is not a good model. Brandon Royval got a good model though. And so now let's go over the people that they missed in these divisions. They missed a lot of people at flyweight, and a lot of big fucking names at flyweight. But we'll start with bantamweight. What they missed: Adrian Yanez is not in the game. Chris Gutierrez is not in the game. Ricky Simone is not in the game. Umar Nurmagomedov is not in the game, which is fucking psychotic. Jonathan Martinez is not in the game, and they have everybody else in the top 10 in the game. But the top 15, the first 5 people in the top 15 are not in the game, and it's pretty crazy. Adrian Yanez should definitely be in the game. Umar Nurmagomedov definitely should be in the game. I know Ricky Simone is not a very popular fighter. Chris Gutierrez is not really known that well. Jonathan Martinez either. But they should still be in the game as the base game. I just don't understand how you don't have the top 15 in all these divisions. I feel like it's very simple. We're going to count up how many people they missed in the top 15 for all the male divisions. Flyweight, David Dvorak is not in the game. Steve Erceg is not in the game. Tagir Ulanbekov is not in the game. Suma Dariji and Dariji? Whatever. Muhammad Mukayev is not in the game. Matt Schnell is not in the game. Manel Cape is not in the game, which is nuts. They don't have Mateus Nicola in the game or a top 3 flyweight, which is Amir Abazi in the game, and it's nuts. So let's count it up. Let's see how many. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17. Let's keep going. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 missing male fighters in UFC 5 to start off the base game that you're paying $70 to $100 for. And honestly, to me personally, it's very disrespectful to us who are hardcore UFC fans, hardcore MMA fans, to not have the top 15 and that want to simulate, you know, the ranking systems and simulate fights within the ranking systems. It's pretty fucking horrible that they can't at least have the top 15 to all these male divisions and female divisions, because you know if they don't have top 15 for the male division, that they're not going to have most of these female fighters that are not even half as popular as these male fighters. Even though there's some female fighters like Tracy Cortez, she's not in the game, guys, just to let you know straight up. Tracy, we love you, but she's not in the game, and it's heartbreaking. And I just feel like EA really sold on this game, bro. They really oversold this game, first of all, and the second thing I want to say is that they really they pitched us so hard on them making new things and all these changes and shit like that, and I don't feel like there's any quality of life changes in this game. I believe that they added some things like the new submission system that's decent, the new damage system, but overall I feel like they just focus on presentation more rather than actually building a good roster, which having all the top 15 in all divisions and also developing new game modes. So you tell me what you think below about the roster, the male side of the roster. We'll do the female division too. It's going to be a shorter video than this because there's less divisions, but you tell me what you think. If you got all the way in this video, if you got all through the 50 minutes, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a long ass video, but I went through all the roster. I showed you who got missing in the top 15, and I also talked about some rankings and ratings and all that jazz. Demetrius Johnson, they did you dirty, my boy. So appreciate anybody who watched this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Come here and get a little. All right.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.